Greetings to all melanated people all around the world. It's really a joy, it's a blessing, it's a pleasure to be out here in nature and greeting you with a greeting that is coming from a heart of love and peace and joy, knowing that I've been called and sent to you to bring a message of emancipation to you by pointing you to look within yourself, to find the Creator, to find the Redeemer, to find the Provider, and to bring you to true salvation, true redemption, true restoration by pointing you to look within yourself. Now it is said in the scriptures, I am the light of the world. And I am is the name of God from generation to generation. That's Exodus chapter 3. And it's a memorial to every generation that the name of God is I am. And you can never say I am and not referring to yourself. So I'm encouraging you to embrace your I amness. I'm encouraging you to embrace the God that is in you, the creative power that is in you, the Creator that is in you. And I'm discouraging you from believing in any power outside of yourself, from believing in any God outside of yourself, from believing in Jesus Christ as a historical man, because there's no historical Jesus Christ. The Christ is the creative power that is in you that you must discover and will bring you into your true identity. That's the reason why, my brother and my sister, when you speak about I am the light of the world, it is saying to you that the light is within you, and that light must shine out of you. Now, when we look around, we see the sun as in the S-U-N, and we know the sun to be the light of the world, for there can never be a day without the S-U-N. That's why I did a video called Every Day is Sunday. There's no Monday and Saturday and so on. Okay? It's just one day. Just keep repeating itself over and over because we're just living in the now. And time is just an illusion, and they mark time based from the sun. Okay? So the sun is the light of the world, and without the sun there's no life. But those who wanted to keep us in a state of mental slavery and keep us in psychological oppression after they would have oppressed our ancestors physically, they would have interpreted the scriptures as if it was secular history and have you to believe in the S-O-N, have you to believe in the virgin birth from down below instead of the virgin birth from above, which is the birth of the skull, of which I am speaking from experience. Okay? And so they have you believing in a power outside of yourself. They have you believing in a light outside of yourself. They have you believing in a creator outside of yourself. And they have you worshiping an idol. So when we were little children growing up and was going to school, they had us singing all of these Jesus songs because they were impressing our subconscious mind. So that when we grow older, such belief system will not depart from us. But I have good news for you, my brother and my sisters. This is the time of the enlightenment. This is the awakened time. This is the time that we are letting our light so shine before men that they will behold our wisdom and know for sure that God is within us. That's the reason why, my brother and my sisters, you can't light a candle and put it under a bushel. You gotta put it on a candle stand. And that is why I'm out here and shining the light of truth, shining the light of deliverance, shining the light of peace, shining the light of meditation, shining the light of true prayer, teaching you that true prayer is desire and meditation. Shining the true light of how to pray according to Psalms 4:4, where you must commune with your own heart upon your bed and be still. Shining the light of prayer, where I'm teaching you, where Matthew 6:6 is telling you to go in to your secret place, into the closet, into your place of meditation and to close the doorway to your soul, which is the eyes, and see things through the eye of God, through the mind's eye, through the single eye. That's the true light. Because when we look up, we are seeing that single eye that is lighting the entire world, that is powering the entire world. And just like how your vehicle has a battery that powers it, so too the sun powers the earth. And as it is above, so below. So the sun that you see above you actually resides in you. That's the reason why Malachi 4 want to tell you that the sun, as in S-U-N, of righteousness shall arise in you with healing in his wings. Because just a personification it is using, and most people believe it is speaking about a person. And then in Psalms 84:11, it tells you the Lord thy God is a sun, S-U-N, and a shield. Then it tells you in the Bible also that God is light. So you have to let your light shine by knowing your true I amness, by knowing that you are the true light, by knowing that the Bible is your own biography, and confessing that the Bible is your own biography, and knowing also that your thoughts is what is creating your reality, and you can create your reality consciously. So with that being said, my brother and my sisters, I think I got my message across to you, showing you that you are the true light of the world, and you are reflecting the greater light, and that we are the people of the sun, and that is why we have to walk with the sun and align ourselves with nature, because even as the sun goes down, our bodies, all the system of our body is shutting down to go to bed, to sleep. And when the sun is arising again, we are awakened again, and the sun is going to death, burial, and resurrection, and so on. So I want to thank you very much for listening to my message, and I want to encourage you to support my ebooks and to support this work on Patreon, because there's a lot of work to be done, and I want to be able to do work throughout the entire Caribbean, because our people definitely need this kind of gospel, which is true gospel, the gospel of good news, gospel of true self-realization and self-actualization, the true gospel of discovering your true identification and coming into your true spirituality. So with that being said, my brothers and my sisters, I want to encourage you by giving you the sign of Matthew 6:22, where it says, if your eye be single, your whole body will be full of light. And I'm saying that light that your whole body will be full of is when the S-U-N arise in you, and you discover the greatest mystery to be the S-U-N arising in a S-O-N, and you experience the dawning of a new day, a new life, a new experience, and you realize that this whole life, it's a dream, and you have been awakened, and you have an awakened imagination, and you understand that the sun parallels the human imagination. Without the sun, there is no life, and there is no light. And without the human imagination, there isn't anything made that was made, and all things was made by the human imagination. And that scripture is in St. John 1 and verses 3, and many would have taken that scripture to pertain it to Jesus Christ as a power or a man that exists outside of themselves. But I'm saying to you, it is speaking about the human imagination. So that being said, my brother and my sister, I want to say peace, love you, I'm out.